But the president, I can tell you, has seen a neurologist 3 times, as it's connected to a physical that he gets every year that we provide to all of them.
That's a very basic, direct question.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second.
8 times, or at least once, in regards to...
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Far be it for me to compliment Joe Biden on this channel, but damn it, does the guy ever tell the truth every once in a while? When pressed by a physician on a recent phone call about his health, Joe Biden says, "My health is fine. It's just my brain." All right, quite an incredible answer there. It's just my brain, 2024. Joe Biden has had a bunch of brain aneurysms and had to have invasive surgery in order to fix his skull and to save his life. This is the Brain Aneurysm Foundation with an article that says what Joe Biden learned from his life-threatening brain aneurysms. Plural. Joe Biden's talked about how they literally needed to take the top of his head off to fix his brain.
And I had these terrible headaches, was diagnosed with having anyway, they had to take the top of my head off a couple times, see if I had a brain.
See if I had a brain. Well, now it seems as though the testing has continued at the White House. Parkinson's doctor visited White House 8 times in an 8-month period, records show. Why would the Parkinson's doctor be at the White House? This guy is world-renowned Parkinson's neurosurgeon and neurologist. Why is he visiting the White House 8 times in 8 months? Well, let's go ahead and read about Parkinson's disease just really quickly here from the Mayo Clinic. Parkinson's disease is a progressive disorder that affects the nervous system and parts of the body. Symptoms start slowly. The first symptoms may be barely noticeable tremor in one hand. Oh boy. Tremors are common, but the disorder may also cause stiffness and slowing of movement. Your arms may not swing when you walk. Your face may show little to no expression. Your speech may become soft and slurred. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and look at Joe Biden just this weekend, as you can see the noticeable tremors in his hands. My goodness gracious. Does Joe Biden have Parkinson's? Is this actually what it is? Everybody's been saying dementia, but actually when you look at kind of the list of symptoms, you can see that Joe Biden's hand shakes regularly. Actually, look at this. I mean, this is just complete abuse. Here's Joe Biden. Watch Joe Biden's right hand here. You can see Joe Biden's hand starts actually involuntarily shaking. And this happens quite a bit, actually. This is the White House record of the guy named, his name's Kevin Kennard. This is the specialist for Parkinson's and neurology at Walter Reed Medical Center, where the president gets treated. So this is the guy who's been visiting the White House. The White House logs state this. Nobody knows who's the mysterious person in the meeting. There's one mysterious person that's not in the White House logs. Everyone's saying that's got to be Joe Biden, right? And that's exactly what Pierre was pressed about in the White House press briefing today. The first time in the history of the last 4 years that you will watch the reporters actually do their damn jobs at the White House. This clip is remarkable. It's ripping across the internet. Total and complete chaos as Karine Pierre refuses to say why Joe Biden is being treated for Parkinson's. Listen.
Do not want to share. I'm not going to share people's names from here. But the president, I can tell you, has seen a neurologist 3 times, as it's connected to a physical that he gets every year that we provide to all of them.
That's a very basic, direct question.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a second.
8 times, or at least once, in regards to the president specifically.
Hold on a second.
That's what you should be able to answer by this point.
Wait, no. No, wait a minute. Ed, please. A little respect here, please. So every year, around the president's physical examination, he sees a neurologist. That's 3 times, right? So I am telling you that he has seen a neurologist 3 times while he has been in this presidency. That's what I'm saying. I am telling you that he has seen them 3 times. That is what I'm sharing with you. right? So every time he has a physical, he has had to see a neurologist. So that is answering that question.
No, it's not.
No, it is. It is. You're
Dr.
asking me.
Kevin Kennard come to the White House
But I
specifically
also
about the
said to
president's
you,
condition.
Ed, I also said to you, for security reasons, we cannot share names. We cannot share names.
You cannot
we
share
have
names
to. We have
of
to.
others he would have met with.
We
But
cannot.
You can share names in regards to if someone came here in regards to
we
the
cannot
president.
share. We cannot share names of specialists broadly, from a dermatologist to a neurologist. We cannot share names. There are security reasons. We have to. We have to protect.
It's public.
I understand that.
looked it up before I came out
I
here.
hear
It's
you.
right there for anyone to see.
Ed, I hear you. I cannot from here confirm any of that because we have to keep their privacy. I think they would appreciate that too. We have to give them.
Question of the doctor.
We have to keep their privacy.
It is
It's
public.
public information.
I hear you.
listed that he
I
went
am.
to
And you're going to allow this to fester longer, Karine, unless the White House answers the
hold on a
question.
second. There's no reason to go back and forth and be in this aggressive way.
Miffed around here about how information's been shared with the press corps around here.
What are you missed about? What are you missed
Everything
about?
he just asked about.
What do you? And then every time I come back and I answer the question that you guys
answered it
asked.
correctly, and then have to come back and clean it
I
up
never
3 days
answered the
later.
question incorrectly. That is not true. I was asked about a medical exam. I was asked about a physical. That was in the line of question that I answered. And I said, no, he did not have a medical exam. And I still stand by that. Matter of fact, the president still stands by that. He had a verbal check-in. That is something that the president has a couple times a week. A couple times a week.
Now in regards to Dr. Kevin Kennard.
And I am telling you right now that I am not sharing, confirming names from here. It is the security reasons. I am not going to do that, Ed. It doesn't matter how hard you push me. It doesn't matter how angry you get with me. I'm not going to confirm a name. It doesn't matter if it's even in the log. I am not going to do that from here. That is not something I am going to do. What I can share with you is that the president has seen a neurologist for his physical 3 times. 3 times. And it is in the reporting that we share a comprehensive reporting. Matter of fact, it's more than what the last guy shared, and it is in line with what George W. Bush did. It's in line with what Obama did. And so it is comprehensive. It is out there. I just read a quote from it, but I am not going to devolve somebody's name or confirm someone. I'm not going to do that. That is as privacy for that person. I'm not going to do that. It doesn't matter how hard you push me. It doesn't matter how angry you get with me from here. I'm just not going to do that. It is inappropriate. It is not acceptable. So I'm not going to do it.
Oh man, I just love it when low IQ people have to be put on the spot and get their intelligence checked. This is the White House. You can go search this right now. You can do. I did this before the show this morning. You can go search the guy's name in the White House visitors log, which is public. So you can see the guy there. So what's she mulling about? What on earth is she talking about? How she's not going to confirm that he was there. He's there you can see it. Is the Secret Service lying to you? The lack of transparency about the Parkinson's specialist is going to spawn an entirely new negative news cycle. The public record it's public record on the visitor logs. Wild to not answer why he was there. If there was any relation to the president. Citing privacy? Complete unhinged meltdown is what Charlie Kirk's calling it. Truly incredible clip. She's asked over and over again about the Parkinson's specialist and says for security reasons, she can't do that. All but confirming that it was actually Joe Biden and that they're in the midst of a cover-up. It's worse than we thought now. White House officials can't remember why Joe Biden's doctors met with the Parkinson's specialist. White House reporters need to ask these questions. Visitor logs at Joe Biden's Delaware home are not kept. Are doctors visiting him there? What kind of doctors? Is he being treated there? Is this why Joe Biden skips off to Delaware every single week? She's still lying, says Piers Morgan. It's a massive cover-up of Joe Biden's mental decline, the dodge, the lying, and Kayleigh McEnany coming through and effectively saying, like, citing security reasons is bogus. Nobody would know better than Kayleigh, right, who did an incredible job as press secretary. Cannot answer why the Parkinson's specialist was repeatedly meeting with President Biden's doctor. She says he cannot expose private information. What do you mean, private information? It's in the visitor logs. What security reasons? It's an odd red herring to make the storyline worse. Everyone's saying this is making it so much worse. How bad are things getting for Karine Pierre? She broke into tears at the end of this briefing. Cringing Pierre literally on the either on the verge of or literally crying tears in this clip, I can't tell, scolding the reporters for being mean to her.
I just want to take a step back for a second, because I do take offense to what Ed alluded to. You know,
this is Ed O'Keefe, by the way. He's the CBS News reporter that was asking her about the Parkinson's expert in the last clip. He has the glasses. He's in the front.
I'm out here every day. There's a press briefing, and we do our best to give you the information that we have at the time. That's what we do. And we understand that the freedom of the press, we respect the freedom of the press. You heard me talk about this last week. I appreciate the back and forth that we all have. I try to respect you, and I hope you try to respect me. And we literally do everything that we can. My team does everything that we can to make sure we get the answers to you. That's what we do. And sometimes we disagree. Sometimes we are not in agreement. But you know what? That's democracy. That is what is important, to have that healthy back and forth. And so to say that I'm holding information or allude to anything else is not unfair. It's really, really unfair. I think people who are watching and have been watching this briefing for this past week could say that we are doing our best in this briefing to provide the information that we have. And I will admit, I will be the first one to admit, sometimes I get it wrong. At least I admit that. At least I admit that. And sometimes I don't have the information. And I will always, always admit that. But I do take offense to what was just happening at the beginning of this briefing. It's not okay.
When people were asking me tough questions, listen to the beginning of this. Maybe you missed it, but listen to her break down in tears.
Because I just want to take a step back for a second. Because I do take offense to what Ed alluded to. You know, come out here every day. There's a press.
Oh man, these people. She wouldn't be able to last a second with what Sarah Sanders and Kayleigh McEnany had to deal with every single moment of their lives behind that press podium. And they did a lot more press conferences than Cringe did ever. Man, I was inside those press conferences. Those were wild. Does Joe Biden have Parkinson's? Like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, for more updates. Important times that we're living through. It's going to get crazier. Buckle up. See ya.